Well, that's exactly what has happened. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex have given their communications team the boot, blaming them for a series of recent PR humiliations.
Shed a tear for poor Meghan Markle. There the delighted Duchess was, all set to steal the King's limelight, and then, suddenly, dramatically, she was stripped of the chance. Damn!
We want privacy! We want privacy!
Whatever the hell that means, perhaps she'll take solace in her own expanding opportunities.
She is a malignant narcissist.
Get a job, Meghan. Fake it till you make it. Harry and Meghan are their own worst enemies.
This is a disaster. This is a flop.
You're in America now, and we don't give a shit about you.
Unlike for Harry and Meghan, who yet again seem to have axed their entire staff body.
So picture this. Montecito bathed in that usual dreamy coastal glow. Birds chirping, citrus-scented breeze drifting through the estate. But inside, Meghan Markle's sleek, glass-walled fortress? Absolute chaos. Forget minor PR mishaps or artistic disputes. This wasn't a bad day at the office. This was a full-blown meltdown. Word is the entire palace staff practically combusted the moment Meghan got her perfectly manicured hands on a leaked South Park script. And not just any script. This one? Let's just say it didn't exactly flatter Her Royal Highness.
Babe, time to do our daily $250,000 sponsored Instagram post for Del Taco.
I shouldn't have left the made-up nonsense.
That's right. Nothing says that you're impossible to work for a bit of a ball ache and an axe grinder than constantly cycling through various members of staff like hot dinners.
In the blink of an eye, Montecito's revolving door didn't just spin, it flew off its hinges. 6 top aides, gone. 2 high-level spokespeople, gone. Social media lead, history. Support staff, don't even ask. And insiders swear this wasn't about poor performance or mismatched visions. Nope, the trigger was a cruel little cartoon parody that poked fun at Respect Our Pregnancy. Meghan didn't just see red, she saw fire.
It has been several months now since our beloved Queen has died. Our Canadians are finding it hard to go on. All Canadians, that is, except for our first guest, the Prince and his wife.
And after the comedy of errors that was American Riviera Orchard and the ongoing chaos of Manic Meg's scam jam car crash as ever, perhaps caution is called for here.
One of the exit memos didn't hold back. Meghan, apparently in full crisis mode, demanded her team suffocate the leak before it spread. But when they couldn't promise results, she didn't flinch. Just pulled the trigger. Just like that, heads rolled. With Netflix reportedly starting to sweat, the only question left in that echoing HQ was, how is Meghan going to stop a satire machine that doesn't know how to back off?
I feel like the focus is starting to shift off of me. Maybe in editing you'll fix it.
I thought we were moving forward, Meghan. Well, we're not.
So it seems to me they're resorting to becoming basically a version of the Royal Kardashians. We can't wait for it.
From sunrise, the vibe inside was tense, like a coup was underway. Slack was on fire, messages exploding like popcorn. The script was already bouncing through private chats faster than Kris Jenner's latest marketing blitz. One poor junior staffer watched Meghan's assistant run down the hall, clutching a printed copy and screaming for legal now. Within minutes, the comms director's calendar grayed out, his digital ghost sent straight into oblivion. Someone else? Locked out of her email, HR portal coldly read, access revoked. And before she could even grab her coffee, a courier was on the way to snatch her badge. Laptops were locked from the cloud, staff couldn't even save personal files. By noon, a fleet of black SUVs was parading out with cardboard boxes peeking through tinted windows. Press kits half shredded, crisis statements abandoned. A total bloodbath.
That's fine, I'll go it alone, just like Meghan Markle and Prince Harry.
It's that mocking, mimicking, disrespectful way that she does everything in her life.
And then the final punch, a cold email from Meghan's own account. No hello, no goodbye, just 8 brutal words. Return all devices to security by noon. Thanks. Just like that, Montecito's crown jewel PR team vanished into the mist, replaced by rumors, resentment, and a glaring vacancy behind those polished gates. And the leak? Oh, it detonated online. It started small, just a blurry South Park screenshot of cartoon Meghan adjusting a foam baby bump while a ginger prince waved a clipboard that read "Empowerment Lighting, take 97." But 13 minutes later, it was all over X, then TikTok. And of course, creators had a field day, mashing it with Meghan's actual pregnancy videos. Someone even added carnival music. Meanwhile, Meghan was on a re-day flight, mid-turbulence, scrolling her phone. She saw the clip, froze, and muttered the one word that made staffers tremble: fix. That one syllable kicked off what insiders now call the blackout hour.
It's so funny, too, that you keep calling me Meghan. You know, it's Meghan now.
And how negative, I mean, how toxic must this workplace be to burn through so many people and accomplish so little?
People were saying meh. It's not meh. It's pronounced me. The H is silent.
Phones started ringing like church bells at a royal wedding. Comms frantically pushed takedown requests. Bots were flagged. Social platforms begged to intervene. But a London consultant, never one to sugarcoat, sent a warning. Satire is protected under fair use. Try to erase it, and you're asking for the Streisand curse. Meghan snapped, "We pay for solutions, not disclaimers." She demanded every team log into a 5 o'clock Aipton Zoom with a strategy in hand. Slides due in 60 minutes, no excuses. But halfway through, her social lead cracked. The memes decentralized is already seated. Translation, you'd have to shut down the whole internet. Meghan's face, witnesses say, went stone cold. Legal chimed in, parody is bulletproof in the US. A cease and desist letter would be a joke. A concern notice, even worse. Fuel to the fire. That's when Meghan delivered the whisper that ended careers. If we can't bury the joke, we bury the people who let it breathe. Moments later, termination templates were flying. Screams turned black, keycards died, Montecito turned into a tech graveyard overnight, boxes stacked in halls, security bins clinked with badges. The estate looked less like a luxury compound and more like a corporate war zone post-mutiny.
So I went online to see what was new with Uncle Harry and Auntie Meghan, and I couldn't find a thing. I would have thought she'd have at least popped up in a tampon commercial by now.
Uncharacteristically for a self-styled entrepreneur who specializes in copying everyone else, the hotel thing is a relatively fresh idea. But take a tip from me, your ladyship, don't do it.
Exit memos. Oh, they were brutal. Some aides got what looked like phone books and severance. 30-page NDAs, emoji bans. One PR vet even snorted at the papers, muttering, "If silence is this expensive, imagine the story's actual worth," before strutting out under the lemon trees. But not everyone waited to be sacked. 2 mid-level coordinators beat HR to the punch, scrubbing iClouds, ghosting Slack, and leaving a status that simply read, "out of office indefinitely." Their pals say they couldn't take another day of Meghan's whiplash. 1 second writing empathy tweets, the next crafting digital takedowns. All of it shredded by meme culture before the coffee brewed. A close contact says the social lead signed off with one last jab. Good luck outrunning South Park. Then, poof, career already on the way. Still, royal loyalists call it what it was, a firing frenzy. Devices were yanked in real time, Zoom accounts deactivated mid-sentence, and one poor junior aide had to finish her slide deck on her phone because her MacBook locked mid-presentation. This wasn't attrition, a senior insider confessed. This was decapitation. Quick, surgical, and scary enough to keep anyone from ever leaking Plan B again.
And everyone does reality TV now, so don't worry about this being a step down for me, because it's not.
I wasn't until you just said it.
Plus, it's a really good platform to promote my brand.
What is your brand?
Oh, I don't know. I'll think of some piece of crap.
Which is, I don't know, launch a Grenfell cookbook, make a podcast, have a series on Netflix, set up a charity. None of that stuff has worked. They've been damn hopeless at everything.
Meanwhile, and as the dust barely settled, whispers started flying across industry circles. Some staffers didn't get fired. They ran. Rumor has it tabloid editors were waving around 7-figure offers for even a peek at old journal entries that might have slipped past Montecito's security dragon. dragnet. But the real mystery? No one knows if the aides bolted first, pushing Meghan into full guillotine mode, or if she just swung the blade so fast no one had time to jump. Either way, that dream team once hailed as Meghan's PR cavalry, gone. Just gone. But Meghan didn't leave that command chair empty, not even for a second. By noon, delivery trucks from Shakeup Media, yes, the edgy boutique firm rumored to be behind Meghan's viral pregnancy twerk reel, rolled right up the manicured gravel drive, their pitch deck blazing pink. The title? Flip the script, weaponize the lav. And their resume? Kardashian-level crisis management, a pop star's perfume launch that began as a meme, and 3 unnamed political campaigns they refused to admit to. Their slogan splashed across slide 1. If you can't delete the clip, make it dance for you. Inside, the Shakeup crew wasted no time. They unpacked mood boards, ring lights, and a wall-sized content calendar already segmented into phases. Phase 1, drop a sassy Instagram reel featuring cartoon jam jars with teeny tiny crowns belting out a gospel hook, respect our recipe, while South Park stills got smacked with fair use stamps. Their genius plan, flood TikTok with remixable audio so fans drown out the parody and boost the algorithm in Meghan's favor.
My question is for Meghan. Meghan, besides holder of briefcase 24 on Deal or No Deal, what do you think your most impactful role was?
She's so out of touch. She's so missed the markle.
In phase 2? Oh, you're not ready. A Jam Not Shame limited edition merch drop set to launch within 24 hours of the episode, complete with QR codes linking to a maternal health charity. How much of the sales would go to the cause? TBD. But wait, phase 3 was the jaw dropper, a live YouTube watch party where influencers would rate the South Park roast against Meghan's real-life brand values, basically turning Meghan into the queen of her own clapback. Now, this kind of chaos strategy doesn't come cheap. The base fee, $750,000, 0 cents, plus 12% of any revenue spike. Ouch. The finance team winced. But Meghan, sources say she grinned at the final slide, an animated tiara morphing into a TikTok logo, and whispered, "At least they fight." A remaining advisor tried to raise a red flag. What if animated jam jars mocked the brand's slow luxury vibe? And wouldn't tying charity to sass look opportunistic? Shakeup creative director, she waved it off. Luxury is whatever the algorithm believes, darling. Somewhere down the corridor, the last palace-trained comms aide rolled her eyes so hard it echoed. Later texting a friend, "We've traded Windsor elegance for TikTok glitter cannons."
You never had a dream when you were a child to be something everyone else said was impossible? Like an astronaut, or prime minister, or masseur?
I wanted to be a princess.
Oh, well, you kind of fucked that up.
Prince Harry, though, has become the punchline of a Saturday Night Live joke. Let's have a look.
NBC has announced plans for a spin-off to the hit series Suits, which will be set in Los Angeles. It will focus on Meghan Markle's character's struggle to balance her legal career while also caring for an unemployed immigrant.
Netflix, meanwhile, was not amused. What should have been a 30-minute sync exploded into a 2-hour migraine of red flag slides. The first chart, a plummeting red line titled Brand Volatility Index. Real-time sentiment was in free fall. One merch lead even asked if they could digitally blur Meghan's jam jars in With Love, Meghan Season 2 until the storm passed. Someone else floated delaying the whole season, but ad inventory was already sold. Too late. The debate raged. Legal said there's no defamation, but reputation damage? That's another story. Finance warned if audiences start laughing at scenes meant to be heartfelt, prepare for subscriber churn.
Lisa Rinna, so nice to see you again.
We've never met.
Oh, why do I feel like I know you?
Well, I've been on TV for 50 years, so maybe it's that.
Well, you know, this is after we were informed that they were hiring this team of 11 and that they were going to try to almost have their own little royal court and craft things differently.
Even press partners were feeling the chill. Hello magazine froze its cover story. People, Vanity Fair, even a lifestyle quarterly that once raved about Meghan's strawberry preserves, gone cold. One editor put it bluntly, "We can't run a glam photo next to a headline we don't control." Oof. Brands backed away too. An eco-retailer paused their New York Times fall ad. A boutique wellness chain in Austin asked for a return clause if the sentiment didn't rebound by October, they wanted out. One influencer agency yanked Meghan's affiliate products from their dashboards, replacing her jam with a competitor's lavender honey. No meme baggage, thank you very much. And then it happened, the email that sucked the oxygen from the entire Zoom room. A senior Netflix exec, copying only top brass, typed just one line, "Is this the day we freeze deliverables?" No reply came. But the silence said everything. Meghan's team logged out knowing the project was dangling by a thread. And if another meme blew up, that thread could snap.
We are screwed.
Wait, what about your ketchup company?
That was a dumb idea.
Then what are we going to do? Can you get another show? I mean, not one that you act on, darling. I know people don't want to hire you for that anymore, but...
Well, HGTV did call my agents last week about us, but at the time I thought we were too good for them.
I don't think Meghan likes interviewing people. I think she'd prefer to talk about herself.
Security was already ramped up like a bunker on election night. More guards, more earpieces, drones were spotted hovering above the groves. Housekeepers whispered about a row of black SUVs idling non-stop. No one knew if they should stay warm or stand down. Inside, tension everywhere. Meghan's exec wing looked like a war room. Ring lights stacked like sandbags, whiteboards scribbled with erased ideas, a poor assistant dragging crates of alkaline water for all-day strategy calls. Even basic routines were wrecked. The chef canceled a farmer's market run after spotting paparazzi. The yoga instructor moved classes to sunset to avoid being caught, and alarms blared hourly throughout the house, reminders to track South Park teaser drops, meme hashtags, influencer reactions. It's like a siege, one aide muttered, but with artisanal snacks.
Sir, your millions from Netflix for no one knows what.
Put it with the rest of them.
The financial outlay involved in establishing a chain of Meg-ins would be astronomical. The wildly ambitious Ms. Markle has got everything to lose. And if she decides to become Celebrity Land's answer to the Hilton, lose everything, she probably will.
Across the ocean, Buckingham Palace wasn't saying a word, not publicly anyway. Official aides gave the usual frosty line, no comment on commercial ventures. But behind closed doors, courtiers were buzzing. One senior royal reportedly confided to a Fleet Street insider, "We expected drama, but this is a hurricane, and it's knocking over all our shipping lanes." The palace wasn't just smirking, they were counting blessings that Meghan's chaos was hogging the front pages, nudging every scandal off the royal radar. Charles's calendar during cancer recovery, suddenly getting breathing room. Meghan was unwittingly doing PR for the crown. Brands were pulling out too. A candle company canceled their holiday influencer box, said social risk premiums had doubled. And then late night TV got their claws out. One host opened with a zinger, "When your PR team quits mid-crisis, it's like your stylist walking out halfway through your perm." The crowd roared. The clip went viral. Meghan's grip on the narrative, gone.
Dad, do you have any cash for a cab? Oh, look, Grandma's on the money. I never noticed that before.
I mean, they're basically the same thing, aren't they? But one lot had famous guests, whereas now no one likes her, so they have to have unfamous guests.
Inside the Montecito compound, what used to be a polished PR plan now looked like a tactical map from a war zone. Coffee rings stained every corner. Deadlines were scribbled in red grease pencil at the top of the board. Execute by Friday or be executed. The team laid out 3 paths, non-pretty. Scenario 1 was the Own It pivot. Scott's deck opened with a freeze frame of Meghan mid-mayoral, popping a jam jar lid while a voiceover deadpanned, 45 minutes, sweetheart. That was just the warm-up. The 30-second spot ended with Meghan tossing South Park sketches into a compost bin labeled New Flavor Fertile Soil. Test panels, Gen Z howled. Legacy donors blanched. Finance called it comedy roulette. Will the world view this mass exodus as Meghan finally assembling a savvy squad ready to fight fire with sass? Or is it proof her brand is bleeding out? One employee, one emoji, one meme at a time. And if South Park's episode really drops like they say, if the foam, bump, and empowerment sketches hit screens just as rumored, what's your move? You clap back with your wallet or close the tab forever? Hit the comments. Smash that subscribe. And don't blink, the next leak is coming. And if you thought this was wild, you haven't seen anything yet.